All right. Um, okay. How many of you on a daily basis, or even maybe a few times a week, eat or drink a product like the cans of soda you have in front of you that has a tab similar to this? Anybody? Okay, well, something you guys may not have known is that this can actually help families that have kids or smaller children with serious illnesses like cancer, or if they've been in an accident and they've had a serious injury. You can donate these to help the Ronald McDonald House and help families in need. In 1974, Eagles player Fred Hill had a daughter named Kim. Kim had leukemia. The family took him to the hospital several times a week to get chemo treatments. A lot of times they would end up sleeping on chairs and benches in the hospital, eating food from vending machines, stuff that nobody wants to have to do on a daily basis, but they didn't want to leave their daughter. And a hotel costs to stay for long periods of time can get expensive because medical care itself is already expensive. So Fred Hill went back to his teammates and asked if they would help support him to get together and make an organization that would help families have a place to stay and get meals made for them. If they need transportation to and from the health facilities, they could help them with that. The Eagles were fanatic about it, and they spoke to their general manager, who introduced them to Dr. Audrey Evans, who is the pediatric oncologist at a hospital in Philadelphia. And in 1974, the first Ronald McDonald House was formed. This year, approximately 10,400 children will be diagnosed with the top 3 forms of cancer in that little children ages 14 and under usually see, which is leukemia, lymphoma, and brain tumors. These children need treatment all the time. The kids with cancer are the most common seen at the Ronald McDonald houses, and they need help. The cancer treatments are very expensive. Chemo costs in the thousands of dollars for a week's worth of treatment, and a lot of times insurance companies don't cover all of the costs. To help, the Ronald McDonald House will provide low-cost or no-cost housing for the families so that they can receive the treatment and not have to worry about getting the accommodations they would have at home on the road. They have the facility set up for them already. They have their private bedrooms, a private bathroom. They have meals made for them. And if they need transportation to and from the facilities, they get that. It costs about $1,000 per day to run a Ronald McDonald House. This is a pretty high cost considering the fact that you already have you have to do the staff, you need food, you need all the amenities of a home, and they need your help. What can we do? Well, these soda tabs can be collected, or any tabs off of any kind of food can that's aluminum. Usually they come on aluminum cans, and they can be recycled. A pound of these tabs is usually worth 35 to 75 cents per pound, depending on the market value. And so they collect all the tabs, take them to a recycling center, and the money they get is used to help keep up the houses, help with staffing, food, and improvements for the house so that they can accommodate more families. Some examples of things with aluminum tabs would be soda, juice, beer cans. I know a lot of you aren't old enough to drink, but if you go to a party, maybe you see an older friend who's 22 and they're drinking a beer, and you ask, oh, can I have that tab off your beer can when you're done? Just slip it in your pocket. It doesn't take up much space. Soup and vegetable cans, tuna, cat and dog food, even tennis ball containers, which I found interesting. I didn't even know that until now, but they actually do have, if you see on the other side there, they have the little tabs on them. What Ryder and you can do to help? Well, you can save the tabs. Something Ryder could do to help. A lot of students, I noticed, like for example, you tend to drink Red Bull every now and then. Those energy drinks have the little tabs, and you can save those If you just get, you don't even have to get a fancy box. You can use an empty tissue box in your room and just throw the tabs in there when you're done during, studying. If you drink a soda, put the tab in there. If you're out during the day, you slip them in your pocket, you empty them into there at the end of the day. If you're going to a party or you're having a party, set up a little container near the trash can, throw a couple in, and just put tabs here. I've done it. It actually works. People actually do take the time. It only takes a few seconds. Okay. Everyone wins. The kids win, the families win, and you help the environment at the same time, which is a big plus, because I know some of you out there, like we saw in the other presentations, are concerned about global warming, and this is something you can do to help the environment. They use the money to help maintain the housing, and the funds are used for improvement and expansion. I believe, according to the research that I've done, there are about 2 or 3 Ronald McDonald houses in New Jersey, but they're located near major hospitals and major treatment centers, whereas not a lot of families can afford that kind of treatment, so sometimes they have to go elsewhere, and there's not a Ronald McDonald house there. So with the funds from these, you would be able to help them improve their housing and get houses where they really need it the most. And giving is great.